Welcome back to the Us vs. Them YouTube channel. I'm your host Vince, and today I'm going to give you the parlays that I'm going to be running with for the upcoming fights that we have this weekend for UFC 322. I got 3 parlays for you guys I'm going to give you. I'm going to put $10 on all 3 of these parlays. All 3 of them are also have 3 legs, and they all pay relatively the same amount. Again, similar to last week, I didn't necessarily do this on purpose. It's just kind of how it worked out. But yeah, let's before we get into the parlays though, if I could just remind you guys to like this video, subscribe to the channel, all that bullshit. We really appreciate that. It just helps the channel grow. So yeah, let's get into it. Let me give you these parlays. Parlay number 1, leg number 1, we have Kyle Daukaus to get it done by knockout. Kyle Daukaus has shown, at least in his last fight, that he's got some pretty big pop in his hands. When he's able to connect and he's able to land clean, he's obviously has pretty good KO power. He scored a knockout over Michel Pereira, and I think he can do that again this weekend against Gerald Meerschaert. Gerald Meerschaert's chin has just kind of been fading and kind of deteriorating as his career has been going on. So Kyle Daukaus at plus money for a knockout, plus 195. I got to lock that one in. So leg number 2, I got Benoit Saint-Denis by knockout. That prop right now is sitting at plus 160. I think if Benoit Saint-Denis wins this weekend, it's either by knockout or by points, and we run both legs in these parlays. So just had to touch this one a little bit, and this is Benoit Saint-Denis by knockout. And then third leg we have Michael Morales by knockout. That prop right now is sitting at plus 360. I had to put something on Michael Morales to get this one done this weekend. Obviously he could go out there and get a decision win and kind of blow everything up, and that would suck. But the reality is, Bilal Muhammad was able to find the chin on Sean Brady, and if he can, I think Michael Morales will be able to as well, if he's able to get this win this weekend. So that's at plus 360. You take those 3 legs, put them together into a parlay, and $10 turns into $329. That's almost 33 extra money. Parlay number 2, leg number 1, I got Carlos Pratas by knockout. That prop right now is sitting at plus 165. I think Carlos Pratas stands a pretty good chance to be the first ever person to knock out Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards, like I said, never been knocked out before, but if you look at the past list of fighters that he's faced, he's fought a lot of guys who aren't really known for their knockout abilities. There are a lot of grapplers, not a lot of guys with big concussive power or that are super dangerous on the feet like Carlos Pratas is. So I think that's probably partly the reason why Leon's never been knocked out, and we're going to see a change this weekend. So Carlos Pratas by knockout, plus 165. Leg number 2, this is where you guys might be falling off a little bit, but that's totally okay. I got Bo Nickel to get it done this weekend by knockout. I know that's deviating a little bit from where my pick this week is. I got Bo Nickel this week by pick for my official prediction by decision. But the more I thought about it, the more I was thinking, you know what? I'm telling you, Bo Nickel's a competitor, and this is going to go one of 2 ways this weekend. He's either going to go in there and dominate and look good and probably finish, or he's going to go in there and he's going to lose. And we're probably going to see Bo Nickel start to transition away from MMA and more towards the real pro wrestling or RAF or whatever it's called. So I think those are the 2 options. But I think deep down, Bo Nickel is a competitor, and if he were to retire like this, there's going to be a piece of him that's going to carry that the rest of his life. And I don't think he wants to do that. So I think we're going to get a hungry and motivated Bo Nickel. I can see him kind of landing a barrage of punches while Rodolfo Vieira's back's on the cage, just kind of covering up, and eventually the ref just stops the fight. So Bo Nickel for a knockout, plus 300, lock me in. Leg number 3, I got Sean Brady by points. Again, like I said, if this fight, if he gets this done, I think he's going to get this done this weekend by points for sure. I don't see him knocking out Michael Morales. He could definitely get on top of him and submit him, but I just think Michael Morales is going to be, he's going to do enough to keep himself safe on the ground, and I also think he's going to do enough to keep him not on the ground earlier in the fight. He's going to defend takedowns, so it's going to obviously be really difficult for Sean Brady to get a submission then as well. So Sean Brady by decision at plus 190. That's our third leg. You put $10 on this 3-leg parlay, it turns into $312. That's 31 extra money. Leg number 1 of parlay number 3, I got Islam Makhachev to get it done this weekend by submission. We've seen so many different times, not so many different times, but we have seen on numerous occasions where JDM's grappling is kind of a little bit of a hole in his game. He can be taken down. People have had submission attempts on him. And if you got a guy like Islam Makhachev, a bigger, stronger version of Islam Makhachev that he's ever been on top of you and you're making mistakes like that and he's on top, he's probably going to find the finish. I think there's a decent likelihood of this outcome happening. So at plus 195, definitely lock me in for that leg. Leg number 2, we got Bo Nickel by points. That's sitting at plus 140 right now. We already have the Bo Nickel by knockout on one side. I really don't think he's going to be able to find the submission this weekend. Bo Nickel really hasn't been able to find a way to use his high-level wrestling skills to transition that to the MMA scene. We just haven't really seen that yet. So because he hasn't figured out how to use his wrestling, I don't see how he's going to be able to use those wrestling skills to get a submission over Rodolfo Vieira. So the knockout prop could happen. The decision prop is probably more likely. So give me Bo Nickel by points at plus 140. Leg number 3, we've got Shepe Mariscal by knockout. This prop is sitting at plus 460. It's a really juicy leg, and it really adds some value to this parlay. Shepe Mariscal, he's like I said, he's a junkyard dog type of a fighter. He's going to keep going forward, keep pressuring, and if he finds that chin, he stands a pretty good chance to knock out Pat Sabatini. Pat Sabatini has shown in his past, he's been knocked out 3 times before, so his chin has failed him. Even in fights where he's won, he's been hurt, he's been wobbled, he's been touched. So if Shepe Mariscal is able to touch the chin, I can see him starting the onslaught of the finishing sequence and just letting a barrage of punches and eventually finding the KO on Pat Sabatini. So I think there's really good value in this at plus 460. So let me lock this one in. If you take these 3 legs and put them together in a parlay, $10 turns into $302. That's 30 extra money. All right, guys, so I'm gonna try to keep this video as short as possible. So I'm gonna wrap this one up. Those are my parlays that I'm running. If you agree, disagree, or anything like that, drop a comment below and let me know. If you're gonna tail them, also let me know that. So that's all I got for you guys today, and I'm the fuck out of here. Enjoy the fights.